Welcome back to a short edition of the G-Funk Junkies podcast, coming at you with another 5 minutes of G-Funk, where I summarize my favorite albums in 5 minutes or so. For longer and detailed summaries, peep the G-Funk Junkies channel, where I will go more in-depth in the near future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Instagram, Spotify, or Apple iTunes, wherever you like to listen to us. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First and foremost, I want to express my condolences to Slow Pain's family. September 3rd will mark 3 years since the passing of the Chicano rap pioneer.
Rest in peace.
1995's The Baby OG marked the solo debut for Slow Pain, having originally been one-third of the Pico-based rap group Street Mentality that had emerged 3 years prior. Although this hidden gem dropped on Thump Records, I've got a hunch it was originally slated to be a Ruthless Records release. Let's start with a few facts. Documented sources state that Frost, AOT, and Slow Pain formed a group named 3 Deep that signed to Ruthless Records. Although the exact year this occurred is not known with certainty, we can estimate that it was sometime before Eazy-E's death and no sooner than 1993. Julio G mentioned to Tony A on Rhodium Radio that there were projects they were working on with a few other artists.
Okay, so we had Nino Brown, Slow Pain, ALT. We had projects on all of them.
Yeah.
And Eric was with it because we already had done Brownside with him. We had Frost. Because Frost for Smile Now Die Later, that was actually on Ruthless.
Yes.
Right?
The short-lived Ruthless radio show lasted from 1994 up until shortly after Eazy-E's death, with Slow Pain having performed a freestyle on it, as well as doing a verse for the theme song itself.
We're gonna let Slow Pain bust too.
Alright, here you go.
When I do it, Easy's at my side. Ruthless Records, you know that I slide and glide. If you don't know where I'm from, the city of the P to the I to the C, and I'm done.
That was cool. That was Slow Pain.
Ruthless Radio, not to the beat. The top 10 bank, Eazy-E's in the house. The 3 old school DJs in the house. Tony G, can I get a little cut? Julio G, can I get a fat cut?
The Baby OG had a release date of September 5th, 1995, and Eazy-E died March 26th of the same year, which is about 5 months before its release date. All of that leads me to believe that this was meant to be on Ruthless. The album cover is reminiscent of Two Live Crew's aesthetic selection for covers. Not my favorite, but I guess sex sells. It features guest appearances by AOT, T-Dub from Folsom, Lil V, a former group member, ODM, and a few other relatively unknown rappers. Production was provided mostly by ODM of a lighter shade of brown. It spawned a few singles, one of which got a music video. Saturday Night Balling was that lucky single. I want to say it features Diane Gordon on the hook with an interpolation of Saturday Love.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, ballin'.
Like a baller, making dollars.
Money Made, which, according to Billboard magazine, was on the bubbling under Hot 100 singles, almost charting with heavy rotation on radio.
Could it be I'm falling in love, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love?
2 maxi singles were also released. Slow Pain Baby had a dope remix from the same producer of Eastside Rendezvous. And Ride With Me, which had a remix with production from DJ Glaze, who is presumably wrongly credited as
That nigga
Daz. Unfortunately, AllMusic.com doesn't have a review, but user ratings on Amazon give it a 4.9 out of 5 stars. What are my thoughts? Well, it contains 11 tracks on the first pressing with 12 on the subsequent ones, including the one I bought. The album length is originally 50 minutes or so, and later pressings were 5 minutes short of an hour. There's about 7 out of 11 original tracks that I liked, making it a great album on my rating scale. My favorite songs were Ride With Me, Saturday Night Balling, Trigger Finger,
Got my finger on the trigger.
So Many Cities, and the Double Dutch remix of the self-titled song, only available on the maxi single. What do I think was missing? I'm surprised Thump never put My Coupe de Ville on the album, since the song, from what I've been reading, was actually recorded way before it was released in 1999. I hope you enjoyed this segment of 5 Minutes of G-Funk, and like I always say, just chill till the next episode. Boom.